So the situation is my friend mentioned my ex-girlfriend's roommate. Okay, so my friend mentioned to me my ex-girlfriend's roommate.
Okay.
My ex-girlfriend's, I'm having a hard time with this one, roommate.
Yeah.
Okay, and the interpretation here is that I'm pathetic and I'm weak.
Yes.
Okay, so here he's mentioned in passing my ex-girlfriend's roommate, and then it's
That's
just triggered my ex, right?
It's almost like it doesn't even matter what, it's really just like some reference to the ex-girlfriend, like mentioning the ex-girlfriend brings on this belief.
That I'm pathetic and weak.
I'm pathetic and weak.
Right.
All right. Okay. Interesting. It's an interesting one.
Yeah, so your shame, right? Just through the roof shame.
Shame is like the first thing you think of, right? Shame being that idea that there's something wrong with me, that belief that I'm deficient in some way. Pathetic and weak is like the stereotypical shame response. Now what's interesting is the shame primary or secondary, right? Remember, it was triggered by mention of something related to the ex-girlfriend, like the roommate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it makes you wonder about some underlying loss, right?
Yes,
like just feeling very alone, feeling abandoned, feeling like I'm going to be alone forever, maybe, like what kind of might be going on underneath, that there's this like painful loss maybe, and they haven't grieved that loss also.
My mind went there exactly, right? I really thought there's probably primary grief involved here, and that shame could be almost like a secondary response to it. It's not necessarily the case.
No, it's not. Yeah, it could be very primary maladaptive shame.
Could be that.
And it could just be that the grief needs to be accessed to move through that in a way, or to at least move through the loss, certainly.
Yes.
It's a bit of a, like, maybe a more obvious one in some ways, because this person's just really
could be
overwhelmed by their shame.
Yes, and it could be that, I definitely think like something happened in that relationship, maybe the way they broke up, maybe there's a rejection that led to a shame, like, in that relationship. It could have activated primary shame. Maybe in their childhood, they've always been feeling lesser than, and the relationship kind of triggered it, what happened. So it could be that, or it could be what we spoke about before, being that primary grief actually, and the shame is actually easier for them to access. Maybe it's like a more cognitive kind of shame rather than that grief.
Yeah. If you have moments where you're experiencing kind of problematic reactions or confusing emotional responses, maybe they're more intense than you expected or you don't quite understand them, send us your situations and interpretations and we'll break them down for you. If you're interested in pursuing your emotional fitness, follow eFit Institute.